Greatest mistake you can make in life is continually fearing that you will make one. It's your choice to build on your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build this.
Music. Music has a way to connect people beyond the boundaries of language, culture, and age. This is a German band with one member born in Serbia and another member born in Malaysia, making music in English, German, and Russian, with a loyal fan following from all over the world. The name of the band is Nordir, one to watch out for. And we speak today to one of its two members, Viktor Nordir. It's so good to have you here on the show with us today.
Thanks, Steve, for having me. Thank you for the nice words.
So I have to ask, indie-tronic time travel, that's a term that you've coined for the genre of music that you all operate in. So what does this specifically mean?
Actually, it is a combination of indie music, and it has also psychedelic rock elements in it. And also our passion for synth pop is immersed in it. So it is a combination of the three types of music. And there is like a description for this type of music in electronica, and it appeared the first time actually almost 20 years ago now, but it wasn't like a widely known term to describe music. But me personally and my bandmate, we liked this like this genre description. It's very interesting sounding, and also it is interesting to describe it too to people. Like the people like you are asking, hey, what is it? I have like a gist of what it is, but what is it exactly? And this is like the musical side. The time travel thing is our concept. It's our band concept. When we take like 1 year or one moment in history or one moment in the future, and then the music and the song is about this big moment. And the whole live show, like on this upcoming tour, is built up as a time travel experience. So there is a transitional musical moments to the historical facts, and there are like many aspects of travel in this show. So this is in Detroit time travel.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a very new concept. It's not something that it's a very novel concept. I've never heard of anything of this sort anywhere else.
I don't know about it. I've never seen it before. Maybe like in the whole world, there is already everything like made 100 times actually, but I don't know. I don't even care. It's just the thing we're doing and we love it. And yeah, it's our thing. And when in the future, I discover another band doing like something similar, I would, hey, cool, let's like exchange our concepts and maybe learn from it. But yeah, it's our thing. We just, it's not actually competition. It's like, I don't see there is no competition in music. I think there's only learning experiences. You can always learn from other artists. You can always get inspired from other artists, like a lot. And I'm totally enjoying like interacting with other musicians because there is always space to grow.
So can you tell me about how Nordir was created? How did you and your bandmate come together to create this band? Is there a story?
There is a story actually. There is another band I'm in. The name of the band is Rigna Folk, and the band has also a concept around it. The concept is a parallel universe. It's a different planet. And there is some aspect of this story of this band where the time travel topic began. And I was like totally amazed about this concept, and it didn't fit in with the band, because the band involved in like a different kind of, it would be too complicated just to integrate this in this band. And I just decided, hey, why not start like a solo project of some kind? And then I quickly like realized, hey, it could be a band. It could be like maybe a little, not a full-blown band with 5 members, but just maybe 2 musicians or maybe 3. And just we're like a little bit lighter with our equipment, with our the technical side. So we can tour like easier. It's easier to go on tour. It's also an idea I had. I would like a touring band and not like 2 big cars with equipment built. So it was like, it was actually one of the core ideas, like to have a lightweight band with interesting visual concept and using projections in the live shows. And I'm a designer myself. I'm a video designer and programmer, and I can create many visual like artwork or even like websites myself. And I'm totally motivated like for this project to make everything like videos, music videos, like the interactive side too, because for my part it's like going hand in hand with the music. Because one can immerse oneself lighter in like in this whole universe of an idea of a song. And sometimes it's like just one song, and I'm hearing a band I like, and I have pictures in my head, like I have ideas and visuals. But when the band only delivers the audio, it's like it's cool and it's emotional, but it could be times more intense when it goes along with the artwork, with visual art too. And this is something I'm thinking of for this project especially. It's a different approach than to my other band. The concept of Nordir, like in the core, it's a visual art, it's a story, and it's the music, of course.
So you have 3 aspects that go hand in hand for Nordir.
Yeah, actually there are 3 aspects, yes.
Okay, very nice. So I want to know, did you grow up in a house that was musically inclined? Were you always surrounded by music, or is it something that you got into late in life?
Actually, there was my father. I was grown in Siberia, like you stated at the beginning, and my father collected vinyl records, like early. Like in my age, I was confronted with this music, and he was listening to bands like Genesis, Pink Floyd, like the good stuff, the good stuff. And I was falling in love while I was, 6 or 7 years old, with this kind of music, which is more art than just entertainment. And I guess it influenced me in a big way, and always it was always on my side. Depeche Mode, especially the band Depeche Mode, was big in like Soviet Union or Russia later, because they have this like romantic approach and not political approach at all. It's just a human approach to creating music, and it was touching for like the people there and for myself too. It was like motivating me to start something myself. And I was, and this is the funny part, I was enjoying creating artworks. Before I began music. I was like thinking about, I want to create an album artwork. I want like the graphics for a band, and the band didn't exist. and then of course there was an idea, okay, why not form a band then? And then yeah, okay, let's try this. And then I started playing, and it quickly became a band. Actually, I didn't play for myself like for years. I started the guitar, and then I found a band. It was like 2 months or 3 months after I played. So that was the core of the birth of the musical side of my life. Actually, my dad's collection.
I think it was just meant to be, so it just happened very quickly for you.
Maybe you're right. It's an interesting thought.
So you actually create music in 3 different languages, I believe. So there's English, there's German, and there's Russian. So which language are you comfortable creating music in?
Actually, to be honest, it's English.
Okay.
Because I have the most experience and the most songwriting flow with English. So it develops more organically when a composition starts. With Russian and German, it's like it's the intention. It has to be an intention to write a song in this language. It doesn't come naturally. For instance, there is a German song. It's about the German Democratic Republic. And it fits well to be in German, of course. And the other song is in Russian, and here's about the Sputnik shock, like the Sputnik experience of the world. It's in Russian, and like it's very topic specific then. And all the other songs actually are in English because it's, like I said, it's flowing like easier.
Correct.
But maybe in the future it will be more German because I have to expand my horizons more.
Okay, nice. So can you tell me about your process of writing, coming up with the lyrics? So I've seen a lot of your work. The lyrics seem very meaningful, and they're like packed with, if not a message, a story. And I love that aspect of it. And so I'd love to know, what is your writing process like, and how long does that usually take you?
Let's take one concrete example of the song How to Sail Your Ship. It was the first song we released this year, and it's developed, I think it went 2 months to create like the final masters. And the idea started at a place I was totally inspired by. I'm here in southern of Germany, and there is an interesting side of the Alps, like the Swabian Alps. It's not like the high mountains, but it's a middle high mountains. And I went there to the place in the early morning, and there is one former volcano territory. There was a volcano like a long time ago, but you can see it on the you can tell that there is something different on the earth, like on the whole vegetation around this place. It's something different than like the other places here. And I was totally reminded of my Iceland trip 2 years ago. I was in Iceland. I was falling in love with Iceland, and this place here was reminding me totally of this Icelandic like flair and this whole vibe. And then there was a foggy morning, and there was an amazing view, and there was like totally like the inspiration was so there, and I was getting in this place. It was starting to like the idea came there, and then it formed into the topic. Because I was feeling the music first. The music is always first, actually. Okay. And then I'm feeling like, okay, this music feels like I'm meeting myself in the future. I was totally clear about this feeling because like it has some sadness in it, but not like in a negative connotation. It's more of a positive, melancholic feeling of like the end of my life, actually, but I'm looking at the life with a good feeling.
Correct.
And there is some sadness in it, of course, but it is like a relief also, and a good overall emotion in there. And then it started. I was thinking, asking myself, what would I say to myself when I'm old? And then the ideas like like the lyrics shaped from that, and then the song was written like in the beginning of January. The song was finished actually, like in the composition, and then the production process with the guitar elements and like the sound elements and all the other stuff was after that. And we released it on the 14th of January. It was a very quick process actually. And I have to tell you, this year I'm totally motivated to produce more and to create more, because the last years were filled like with some kind of idea collecting. Of course, it was like not possible to play in Germany at least, but because of the Corona thing. And yeah, now it's possible again. And I'm totally like full with ideas, and they have to be like out to put out there. Like you have to create them and then to repackage them and then to get out there in the world. This is like the most priority, the best priority of my year for now.
Do your lyrics come first or does the music come first? So I think you've answered that already. Your music comes first, right?
Yes.
Okay. So out of all of this, which is the part that you enjoy the best? Is it writing, or is it creating the music, making the video promotions, or actually performing in live? Which one do you like the most?
I have to tell you, you have amazing questions. Really, I'm really enjoying it. So actually it is like everything for me. This is the reason I love to do this, like until I have no energy left anymore, because like the whole thing, like the whole creative process, the whole visual process, the whole promotional process, which is also creativity, and like the playing and interacting with the people at the gigs, like the whole thing, I'm so grateful that such thing exists on our planet, when one can have a band and then like make everything and make the merchandise and like designing stuff, and like it's my thing, you know, it's everything actually. But I think when I have to pick one thing, I think it's the moment when the final song is developed into the visual artwork, like the visual theme is developed from the music, when it gets like into the visual thing. So for me it's like the most creative process actually. So this is like the in-between state between the music and the visual. Yeah.
I think that's what it comes into the art that you worked so hard on, right? Like it gets a heartbeat sort of.
yeah. It never at no state feels like work to me. It's like it's just what I am doing. And when I speak to other artists, like some of them are understanding what I mean by this. There is something, when you have found something in your life, this is my opinion, then when it's the right thing for you, you will never stop.
Very true.
Yeah, and I'm wishing like for everyone to find something, because when I'm interacting with people, and different kinds of people with their different professions, different background, what I'm noticing is that some people seem to be more happy, like in their lives. It doesn't depend on the monetary side. It's just what they are doing like every day. When they are enjoying it, they're more happy in their lives.
Your band, it started performing a lot at music festivals. So what's that experience been like? And what's probably a stage that you really look forward to performing on one day?
I'm totally amazed by the idea of playing in a theater, or like in the theaters, in the German theaters at least. There are many different kinds of stages.
Okay.
And some of those theaters have like a round stage. And the theater stages are very interesting because you can rearrange like the stages, you can rearrange the seats where the audience is sitting, and you kind of can create the whole space. And this is something we will trying to do like this year, like for experimenting. We have this is a good idea. Actually, we received a cultural funding from our town for this project, and now we can like create and test out things and not invest our own budget in it, which is a good thing. And also cooperate with other artists from like the region, from the city, which is a fantastic thing. And one of this is this theater thing, because I'm like thinking about it in my visual inner eye. I'm totally experiencing this whole immersion in like the projections, like very big projections. You have to be like in a cinema, and then the whole music performance is like blowing in there. And then the whole thing is way more emotional than on a festival or like a club stage where you just have a band performing, which is, of course, is excellent. I love every concert, but I think this project, it's like more, feels more right, because it's not like, for me, it's not my typical band project, which I had before. It's something in between. It's between art, it's between visual, like art, and it's like the music, the band. It's like something so in between. So theaters will be like this year's priority for booking.
Very nice. So it's like you're starting a multi-sensory experience for music. So it's not just, listening to music, it's about feeling it and seeing the light displays and all of that. Wow, beautiful. I love the concept.
Thank you very much. And also important thing, the message, like the overall message, because the sensory, multiple sensor ways of communicating are pushing the message even further. Like there are songs about environmental awareness, and when you have pictures with it combined, it's way more powerful. Like one projections I was creating last week, I was almost crying. I'm not kidding. I was almost crying. I was performing the song and was seeing the video, and it was for myself, it was like, oh no, this is way more, maybe too intense, but I was, then it's right when it's intense. And I was like, okay, this is powerful. So this is something I have to do because it could really trigger something, some emotions, some raw emotions.
Very nice, very nice. So you've already received a lot of awards and felicitations. Can you tell me a little about these, and probably what is the most special one to you?
Like one of those are this cultural department like support, because you have to be you have to submit. There is like a jury there, the cultural jury, and they've done some projects which are the most promising, and this is like one of my like favorite ones for now, because it's really supporting the whole concept like a lot. It's a lot of money actually, and it's helping. It's just helping. But otherwise I would invest it myself, of course. But I'm already doing it, and this is like on top, making everything way more accessible.
Correct.
For instance, when there is logistical side, of course, it has some costs involved in it. And when you have like a budget on your side, like this prize, this award, like money, and then you can just decide to do it and not calculate, okay, we have to shorten like the budget for the promotion, for the gig, and we have to switch it over there. You can just do it and plan it and just do it and then grow in it. And this is like my favorite one, because it's not like something you can hold and like, look, we have won something. No, it's really something that really helps. And the other side, there was in the beginning of the project, with a female singer, we have won an award for like best pop performance. It's like it's all already in our vita, in our bio in there, because it's an amazing award. But it wasn't it was just an award. It didn't really help, to be honest, to get gigs, to get new gigs, because we started pushing this award, and then we have won the German pop award, and then the bookers or festivals like, okay, cool for you, but yeah, you have like to draw in people, please.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, this is like the most important thing are the people and their the followers, the interactors, and not just some likes or something on numbers. No, actually the people who are really into the music and are really understanding and feeling the concept of the band. And those numbers are growing because I'm interacting myself with the people, because I love to write with the different audience members, because they are interesting themselves. They have like on their own some art, or on their own some photography going on, and this is something I'm totally amazed about, because for me it seems the people that like this project, like Nordir, they are creators themselves.
Correct.
This is what I'm noticing. I'm noticing those people are like very inspirational actually for me. And this is like, okay, cool. Then we can inspire each other. And this is for me, it's the most important thing right now, actually. Like to build on them, to interact more, to learn from the audience, actually.
So another question I have. So time travel is a very common theme in most of your music. So is there a reason that you keep liking to, revisit either the past or imagine the future? I mean, do you consider your music to be a form of escapism, or do you just like the thrill of creating music like this? Is it a form of escapism is what I'm asking.
It is a mixture of both things, actually. It is a mixture. Because there are some songs, when I look at the music we have done so far, it deals with real history moments, like it deals with reality. And there is also one song which is like dedicated to the year 2022, like right now. And it's like very, very realistic, and it's very honest, and it's very raw. And it's my real emotions. And it's not this song especially, it's not escaping like the reality. However, some of the other songs they do. Some of the other songs are like more into a dream, like a dream state, like concept of the future maybe, because we don't know how the future will look. And this is like more of a fantasy thing. It could be described as escapism, because there is like not really a parallel to like the world, and maybe even some moments in the past in some songs are not like the past was. It's like focused on one thing maybe. One example is we have a song called Tarkovsky. It's the director from the Soviet Union, and like a really legend for me. And it's not about really himself actually, or something about like something that happened. No, it's about this world he created with this one of his movies. I was trying to dive in too deep and to recreate this feeling and emotion from this movie, like overall emotion. And this is like when it's not escapism, I don't know what is. So I think it's a mixture actually. Yeah, it is.
So what's a track that you have created that is very close to your heart?
Well, I have to say it's actually like the new one, Letter to My Younger Self.
Okay.
It is the new one, because for now it is, because I'm really confronting myself like in this space and time with my past a lot, and the lessons I learned from it. And I'm remembering a lot from like this time, 2006, 2007, and I'm totally like moved by some of those experiences. I still am, and this is like, for now, it's like the most emotional one. It's about confronting myself from the past actually. And like the last one, How to Sell Your Ship, is also very, very like it's my death in there. It's like it's emotional too for me. And those are when the songs are like the topic of the songs is my past or my future. Yeah, then I feel like I feel it more, and I feel also like the environmental aspects, like in the future, like the Planet 2. There is a song called Planet 2. It's not released yet, like fully, but it will be, and it's about like the future when the planet is not anymore inhabitable. And this is also a very emotional topic for me too. And yes, those are at the time like the most touching points for me.
Nice. So is this the song that you're talking about, Planet 2? Is that the one that you created the visuals for and then you said you were in tears?
Yeah, actually, yes. It was yesterday, and I was like, oh, right. And my bandmate didn't see it before. He's going to see it today. I'm very curious about how he will react. But yeah, it is the one, yes.
Interesting. So social media, you have a very well-known social media presence. And I want to know, do you as a musician think that social is a boon or a bane?
Mixed feelings about this one. I'm totally enjoying the creative aspect of it. I am, because it's like one can imagine, it's your own broadcast system. It's your own channel of your art. You can use it any way you want it to use. This is like the one side. I love this one. The communication with every like human in the world, like from any country, who is connecting to the art. You can check out their art too, and then you can exchange and make a collab. We did some collabs this year, and it was like very, very cool experience, because both of our audiences were like experiencing this package of the music combined with the artwork. And this is something without social media it wouldn't be possible in this scale. The other side is not so good, because they, of course, those are companies like Facebook and YouTube, and when you have to invest in everything, of course. This is not like nothing new, but you have like to invest in your own audience for now, because when you have how many followers, 2,000 and something, and when you create something, only a fraction of you know the code. And this is like you have to pay to Facebook every time to to reach all of your people. And in our case, I'm not using bots or anything. It's damaging the account when you use bots. For our part, it's all real humans who are interested in the art, but you still have to pay, so they are seeing it. And this is something, it's a business model, of course, and it's still switching a lot. There is like TikTok is big for now, and we don't use TikTok like for now, but I'm testing. Like I will test some creative possibilities or some aspects which will still work for our brand, like for the band, for the concept, but are maybe interesting for the TikTok audience, for a fraction of the TikTok audience, of course. Let's see how it works, because for now it didn't work when I like used the content from Instagram. I tried it. It's not catching on. You cannot like create like the movie style of like the movie style of music videos how we are using now in TikTok. It's not working. You have to do it another way. It has to be different, and we have to find the language. But it has some upsides, of course, and some downsides. But it's very important. I couldn't imagine without like the social media how you can be an independent musician. You would need a label or something like that. For now, you don't really need one, actually.
So I wanted to ask, if you had to probably change your band name, what would you name it instead?
Wow.
Have I stumped you?
Wow, 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 wow. I have some pre-written name ideas.
Yeah.
I was researching, of course, before I started it, but it was everything it didn't feel right. Nothing. I don't know. One of them, let me see, let me check. It's called Idar,
Okay.
whatever
And
this
what?
means. Idar, it's like an Icelandic name because I'm totally in love with Iceland. Idar name, I was even using it until now for, I have Evernotes, like this app for notes and everything. And there is one folder still named Either, and
Okay.
there are in this folder are some projects from Nordir, and
Okay.
I was like, why I didn't rename this folder? Yeah, because there are some paths from other programs, and then if I rename, I have to
You
replace
do
the
the.
name. I didn't rename it, so I'm still confronted with the stupid name, and the stupid name means yeah, there is some word in Icelandic. This either word is named like outside of
Okay.
something,
Okay.
outside of like the run of the like history or something.
Mhm.
I was like, oh,
Okay.
interesting word, because when you're time traveling, you are like outside the flow of time. So okay, cool. But there is a
Wait.
problem with this. I don't like the how it sounds.
Okay.
It's like very strange. There is a strange letter in it, but with
Okay.
Nordir there is also a strange letter, but there is a D too, a real English D. So it's the same thing for Google too. Google gets
Okay.
when I get the D and not the, then
Mm-hmm.
it gets found in Google. But with the either, there is no corresponding letter in English. So it
Oh.
would be a problem. I couldn't make a domain name. I couldn't make an Instagram handle.
Uh-huh. So, okay, who would be your dream collaboration in the music industry?
I'm totally amazed about one musician called Apparat. He's from Berlin,
Okay.
on German, and he is also in a band called Moderat.
Mm-hmm.
Moderat. I don't know if they are well known in the. I don't know, but I really am totally amazed about this whole like texture of the sound. It's so rich. It's so rich, and it would be for me. It would be like ideal combination on some of the time travel topics when you can like make like one track, maybe like experimental style type of music, because I'm very into crowd rock too, into like the experimental psychedelic like music. It's totally my thing, and then combining it with our like more accessible melodical compositions, it would be amazing. So Apparat would be like amazing for me, because it's not unrealistic too. It could be like, maybe it could happen like maybe later in the year or next year. And I would like to collaborate with like classical musicians, actually, like from here, from like from Ulm, because there is like this electronic violin instrument. Have you ever
Okay.
seen it on stage? The electronic violin. It's mind blowing how it can sound. It's not really seen often. I haven't seen it like on performance, only once with one band, and I was amazed, because the
Mm-hmm.
violin has, of course, an amazing violin sound. Yeah, everyone knows violin, but when it's an electronic violin with
Mm-hmm.
effects and like everything is possible. Wow, I would like this one actually on the band like for the live shows, and I'm actually planning to invite like to make an audition for there are some musicians on the violin, on electric violin here in Ulm. I was totally surprised, And then to make a concert like here, there is a Danube festival, like the Danube countries are collaborating on this Danube festival, like all over the cities on the Danube. And this is taking part this year in Ulm. So we are invited to play there, and we are going to integrate like this electronic violin musician, because something in I cannot forget this idea. So this is actually a local thing, it's not like someone famous I would like to work with, but this is something I'm totally thinking about a lot. Like other musicians, electronic violin musician, and then of course the apparat musician with his terrific sound structures.
So it's perfect. You've given me an answer of like a famous person as well as, something that you actually intend on working with, just based on an audition and with the instrument in mind. Very nice.
Yes.
So, question I have, what's a challenge that exists which a lot of musicians don't realize before they actually get to the industry? Now, you've been in this industry for a while. So what's a challenge that exists but people don't know of?
There is one aspect. One aspect is the promotion for the concerts. And there is like a popular widespread opinion when musicians are starting out, that the agent of the booker from a venue has to do the work that the people are there when the concert is played. So the musician is viewing himself as the performer, and he's just performing, and this is what he does. And it's not like that, because it's for my part, I'm seeing it as a collaboration, like as a teamwork with the promoter. The musician and the promoter have to do it together, and the musician has to show like the full interest and the full enthusiasm into promoting the show together. And because it makes sense, the musician has more trigger power for the audience, like to be interested in this art. And this is something I would tell every young musician who is starting, like, this is important, take this seriously, because like when you do it like the right way, you care about the audience, you care about like there is someone there, like the bookers will care about you too, because you are helping them, and you're not like, just putting it aside, the work, you have to do it. I didn't do the work, nobody was there. Because when nobody is there at the concert, nobody is enjoying it. And I know there is a responsibility from a venue owner, like to put his bills, and everyone is like very damaged from the Corona pandemic times. And of course, like there is another aspect of this. The musicians are, of course, damaged too. They weren't able to play. They don't make enough money from Spotify. It's like a slavery machine, the Spotify thing. And like the only thing this is monetization now is the live concert and the merchandise. Actually, the merchandise and some donations and the cultural thing too, like the cultural funding is a big thing. Actually, I think I will in phase is this year way more, because it's our tax money. Actually, it's tax money like in the state from everyone who's working, and the tax money is also for culture, and one has to use it. One has to just to find a way to use the tax money for cultural projects. And this is something young musicians don't know about it though, because they think, hey, I'm getting like some cool concerts and everything will work out and we will be signed with a label and then we're going to be big. And this is not how it works. It has to be like way much more energy has to flow to the other parts of the whole band experience.
Yeah.
It is like you say in the beginning, there are so many parts which are you enjoying the most. And I think one musician nowadays has to like embrace everything, which is like the whole universe of making music and to have fun with it, because then it gets really, really interesting, because then you can see some results too. There will be people who are really supporting you, and then you can do much more.
Yeah, that's right. So I have a request. I like to do this with very creative people. So I have a request. I'm a terrible singer, but can we create something together?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So I mean, I can give you a beat. Can you do this? Something to sing along with this? I'll give you the beat in the background and you can do something. I don't know how to sing. So if you want me to do something, I can.
Yeah, you can just make a groove.
Okay.
No, hell no, I will not hate someone I don't understand or know yet. No, hell no, I will not hate someone I don't understand or know yet. Why should I?
I love that. Okay, let's just do a quick rapid fire where you just have to like give me quick answers to each one of these. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Your favorite song of all time?
Enjoy the Silence from Depeche Mode.
Okay. Your favorite musician?
Tom York from Radiohead.
Okay. What song do you listen to when you're sad?
It's False from Bayonne.
Okay. What song do you listen to when you're sleepy?
It's actually Sigur Rós and Untitled 4. It gets me, it gets me down.
Oh, that's great. So what song do you listen to when you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed?
Tears for Fears.
Rapid fire.
Wants to rule the world. Tears for Fears.
Okay.
And Everyone Wants to Rule the World.
Okay, great. So what song do you like to listen to when you want to, when you feel like dancing? What's your favorite dance track?
Tame Impala.
Okay.
And the less you know is the better. It's amazing group. Yeah.
Okay. Great, great. And what's the song that you listen to when you need an adrenaline rush?
It's actually Metallica and the Sandman. And the Sandman, it gets me every time, yeah.
So which year would you travel to if you got the chance to time travel, and why?
It would be, the first thing would be 97, and it would be the Glastonbury Festival, and it would be the Radiohead headlining show.
First of many places that you would time travel to. Okay, so if your life depended on singing a song without any mistakes on the lyrics, which one would it be? Please sing it for me right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Okay.
One from my songs? Or
I mean, you can sing your own song because you'll know the lyrics well. So it is, if a gun was pointed at you and you had to sing a song without making any mistakes, which one would it be? So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So no mistakes in one song, any song.
In dieser neuen Stadt, da wartet unser neues Leben auf uns. Vergiss die alte Heimat, sagen sie im Radio, das klingt doch gut. Es dauert nicht mehr lang, bald sind wir eine Familie mit Trabant. Zum 50. Jubiläum der Partei, vielleicht irgendwann.
Okay, which language is this and what does the song?
German, and it's vielleicht irgendwann.
Okay.
And it's one of the first, it's actually it is the first song I have written for Nordir. It is the first one, actually. And now, now I get it why I sang it, because it is the first. now I understand. Yeah, it's the first one for this project.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think it's the only one where I don't mess up with the lyrics before on live performances.
So who is the singer that comes to mind when I say the following words? The first one is soulful.
Soulful. John Lennon.
Okay. Fun.
Robbie Williams.
Okay. Performer.
Freddie Mercury.
Okay. The future of music. You can say Nordir, by the way.
It would be too egoistic, I guess. Future music. I think the future of music are collaborations.
Okay. Okay.
Deep, huh? Yeah. I think it's a good answer.
It's a very good answer. And nostalgia.
the 80s music.
Okay. Anyone in particular?
Um, Elton John.
Okay. And an icon.
Yeah, it's David Grohl, actually.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Very nice. You see Nordir probably 5 or 10 years down the line. Let's take the time travel machine and go 5 to 10 years down the line.
Yes, my aim is to like build up this project and to be able to tour like anywhere in the world, because it's a compact equipment thing. We can rent equipment anywhere, and we can
Correct.
play anywhere actually. And this is like my aim is to be able to tour the world, really to tour the world. And it's not unrealistic. It's realistic because it's the equipment side of things is very well thought. And this would be like in 5 years, my aim to tour the world, to see the world, to like have this project. And of course, my company aside, I have one company, and that's the time I'm spending on my company. Like right now is 80%, and on the band is 20%. And I would like it to have like the company maybe 20% in 5 years, and the band thing 80%. Yeah, and that would be my like realistic expectation, and I would totally enjoy it. I know, and I'm working towards. I'm not waiting. I'm working towards it. So it could be realistic.
Okay. Wonderful. So the world is waiting for Nordir.
And I'm waiting for it. I'm going in it.
Great, great. It was so nice chatting with you. I hope you enjoy the interview when it comes out, and we look forward to speaking to you again, hopefully soon.
Thank you so much, Neha. I had a wonderful time. Take care. Bye bye.